The one guy we wanted to talk to about this is here with us tonight, Steve Schmidt, a Republican political veteran of the Bush White House and, importantly, the John McCain presidential campaign. He also proudly is an MSNBC political analyst. Steve, this quote and the subsequent hubbub, today's briefing, have gutted a lot of folks, and I know they truly gutted you.
Well, they don't say anything about John McCain. John McCain's valor, his heroism, his love of country, his perfect love of the country, the fact that, but for 6 months when he first ran for Congress, that he spent every hour of his adult life from age 17 when he put on the uniform at Annapolis in service to the American nation. He is a giant figure in American history. He is a giant for the ages. He's a living legend. He's a statesman, a soldier, a peacemaker. One of the things we don't talk enough about is the role that he played along with John Kerry in bringing reconciliation between the United States and Vietnam, peace, so that this generation of Americans can be in peace with Vietnam and that we can be friends. I was there a couple of weeks ago, and he is revered there not as a warrior, but as a peacemaker, as he is in many, many parts of the world. And so the greatness of John McCain is not dispensed by this White House. What her comments show is the viciousness, the cruelty, the meanness, this culture of bullying, this toxic miasma of constant putrid crap that emerges out of this White House. She's obviously a perfect fit for it. One more disgrace, one more member of a team that's doing real damage, real sundering to this country, real staining of the national fabric. So this great man, the judgment of Donald Trump matters not. Donald Trump, frankly, in my view, is unworthy to say John McCain's name out loud. And the reason I suspect the McCains don't want Donald Trump anywhere near John McCain's funeral is the point that Megyn made earlier. It's about how you live your life. And John McCain's led a big life, a glorious life, a life of service to others and service to the country. Donald Trump's life has been the story of selfishness, of greed. He's never sacrificed anything for anyone. He's a con man. And does anybody have any doubt that if Donald Trump was sitting in that Vietnamese torture cage and they asked him if he wanted to go home early, what he would do? The man is a coward. John McCain is a hero, and that's why those two men are different. We're a flawed people. John McCain's a flawed man, but the idea of America, the nation that said all men are created equal and are endowed by their creator with inalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the first country in the history of the world founded on that idea. It's a perfect idea. The whole story of America is the battle to achieve that idea from our flawed reality. And John McCain has been in that fight. And all of the virtues that define his life are necessary for the thriving and the survival of the nation. They're as necessary for the nation as air and sun and water are for the forest. And this vile White House's attacks are not on John McCain, but on the material importance of those values in the life of the nation. And the degradation of those values and the constant assault on them, the assault on our institutions, the assault on goodness and decency in this country, that's what this fight is about.